I used to work as a pizza delivery driver during my college days. One night, I experienced a terrifying encounter that I'll never forget. It was a chilly winter evening, and I was delivering an order to a remote cabin on the outskirts of town. The cabin was located deep in the woods, far away from any other houses or establishments. As I drove down the dark, narrow road, I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The area was known for its eerie reputation, but I brushed it off as local superstition. I needed the money. Any tips from late-night deliveries were usually good. When I finally arrived at the cabin, I was taken aback by its appearance. It looked old and run down, with broken windows and overgrown vegetation surrounding it. The dim porch light flickered as I approached the front door. As I knocked on the door, I heard the faint sound of footsteps from inside the cabin. My heart raced with anticipation as I expected the door to open and a customer to greet me. However, the footsteps stopped abruptly, and the silence that followed sent a chill down my spine. "Hello?" I called out, hoping for a response. But there was nothing, just an eerie silence that seemed to envelop the entire cabin. I knocked again, this time louder, but still there was no answer. At this point, I considered leaving the pizza on the porch and returning to my car, but I didn't want to risk the food getting cold, so I decided to wait a bit longer. As I stood there, shivering in the cold, a feeling of dread washed over me. It was as if someone or something was watching me from the shadows. I tried to shake off the feeling, convincing myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. Just as I was about to leave the pizza on the porch and head back to my car, I heard a faint whisper coming from behind the cabin. It was barely audible. It sounded like someone was calling for help. Fear and curiosity battled inside me as I debated whether to investigate or leave immediately. Against my better judgment, I decided to follow the sound. I walked cautiously around the cabin, my footsteps muffled by the thick layer of fallen leaves. As I rounded the corner, I saw a faint light coming from a partially open basement window. The whispers seemed to be coming from there. I hesitated for a moment, unsure of what to do, but my sense of responsibility pushed me to check if someone needed help. I approached the window and peered inside. What I saw froze me in my tracks. There, in the dim light, were several people dressed in tattered clothes, their eyes hollow and haunted. They looked at me with pleading eyes, as if begging for rescue. My heart pounded in my chest as I realized that these people were not customers waiting for a pizza. They were something else entirely. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks, and I turned and ran back to my car as fast as I could. I didn't look back as I sped away from that cabin. The image of those haunted eyes burned into my memory. I immediately called the police to report what I had seen, and they assured me that they would investigate the situation. To this day, I do not know what was really happening at that cabin, and I try not to think about it too much. The experience left me shaken and weary of late-night deliveries to remote locations. It taught me that, sometimes, the scariest thing can be found in the most unexpected places.